Hey everybody, Patrick Kofi Austin here again with Social Flyway. Today's video is going to be about customer service. And I don't even know why I had to make a video about this, but today we were, I had a customer that came in a couple of days ago, and they were working. They had some different things set up because they were actually for here. He just signed a record deal. Kudos to him. And he was wanting some cool clothes and whatnot. And the record label was taking care of the bill. So of course, I did not know this until later. But this is the crazy part about it. I just been being in the service industry and then knowing what we do and understanding to a business what the customer service experience brings about. Can change the aspect of everything for somebody, right? And so, he had some things he needed to have put to the side, separated, etc., etc., etc. Now, not unwillingly, knowing that this wasn't normally the process, right? To the place where I'm working at, where you might put some stuff to the side, but there's some other stuff and whatnot. But the long story short is that, we came back and had to call back, and they had to pay for it and the invoicing and all this other stuff, and someone else handled that. And it definitely was not probably handled according to the customer, probably the way that it should have been and could have been. And instead of them just having it brought to their room here in the place where I'm at, it ended up them having to come to the store to handle the situation and things like that. And with that being said, I happen to be here, and they talked to me about how much better a customer service that I provided compared to the other people. And they really felt really bad having to come there until they saw that I was there and I was able to help them clear the situation. And sometimes that's not the case. So what does this have to do with marketing, and what does this have to do with, live social selling or any of the things that I talk about, entrepreneurship here? Sometimes you have to have the processes in place for people to understand, and actually make sure you have the staff and the people that are willing to maybe go a little bit out of the way sometimes. You don't want to do too much, but go a little bit out of the way sometimes, especially for somebody that you can tell that definitely has the potential of being a continued customer. Even if they don't have the potential of being a future customer or a continued customer, you still want to give them the same quality of service, consideration, and things in that sort to make sure that, their experience as well. Now, the outcome of that was I was here and I happened to just be leaving on my break right before it. I got to speak with them as I'm walking by. They are going to have to buy full whole outfits and things like that for their whole band, right? And guess who they're coming to see Sunday? They're coming to see me, right? Because I put in that extra effort, I put stuff to the side, I took down their information, I had their email, I had their phone number so the communication could happen in the first place to make sure that it was successful, even though the other person didn't handle it right that they ended up speaking to before I came and was able to talk to them. But just remember, customer service can go a long way. Customer service goes a very, very long way. And so the question is, do you have processes and have the system set up so that the people that work for you, or if you have the system set up to make sure you create a great customer service experience? All right, Patrick Kofi Austin, Social Flyway, helping take a brand to new heights. See you next video.